students, welcome back with another video. In this video I am going to start with most common disease present in neonates. So let's get started about neonatal sepsis. First of all, we have to know definition. Any systemic bacterial infection in a neonates is called neonatal sepsis. Classification, it has classified in two types: early onset sepsis or late onset sepsis. Early onset sepsis is most common seen in first 72 hours of life. Late onset sepsis is organism acquired from the environment. Now we have to know etiology. So organisms responsible are usually derived from maternal genital tract like group B streptococci, E. coli and Klebsiella for early stage of neonatal sepsis. But in late stage of neonatal sepsis like community acquired and hospital acquired. Community acquired organism responsible Staphylococcus aureus and E. coli. Hospital acquired Acinetobacter, Klebsiella, meningitis is commonly associated. We have to know the risk factors. So first of all, we will see the risk factor of early stage. So mother, maternal fever, foul smelling liquor or premature rupture of the membrane. At the delivery time, like difficult prolonged labor, multiple pervaginal exam, and baby like low birth weight or prematurity. In the late stage, we can see here lack of breastfeeding, risk factor multiple needle pricks, low birth weight, again prematurity, superficial infection involving skin or sometimes umbilical cord stump. Next one, we have to know the common organisms responsible for neonatal sepsis. So like in India, is most common is Actinobacter more than Klebsiella. Hospital in India, same. Actinobacter is most common than Klebsiella. In hospital across the world is E. coli. Overall throughout the world is group B streptococcus. Early onset sepsis in world also group B streptococcus. Now we have to know the clinical features. So clinical features, we can see the baby poor feeding or alteration in established feeding behavior earliest. Temperature disturbance, most present here hypothermia than fever. In the respiratory, some changes we are seeing there like dyspnea, hypoxia, tachypnea. In central nervous system also cerebral cry, irritability, seizures also we can find here. In GI tract like abdominal distension, feed intolerance. In metabolic like hypoglycemia and acidosis. And in the severe sepsis, maybe we will find there septic shock, multiple organ dysfunction, scleroderma, means generalized or non-pitting edema seen in neonates with severe sepsis or severe hypothermia sometimes. So after that, we have to diagnose this condition. So we use blood culture and sepsis screening. For sepsis screening, we have 5 components. So any 2 out of 5 we have to rule out for present the sepsis condition. First of all, TLC, total leukocyte count, is less than 5,000. Second one is the absolute neutrophils count is less than 1,800. Third one is the IT neutrophils, is very important components for the neonatal sepsis. So immature and total neutrophils count is more than 0.2. Micro ESR more than 15 mm. CPR, C-reactive protein, more than 1 mg per deciliter. And we have to do some supportive test also, like blood glucose level we have to check, and chest x-ray and lumbar puncture and cerebrospinal fluid study for finding the meningitis. For the treatment, so we have to do first of all supportive treatment, supportive care, proper hand washing of care givers for at least 2 minutes while following 6 steps of hand washing. Shift to NICU. Start IV fluids, maintain normal blood sugar, maintain temperature and monitor the baby at least 12 hours. Second one is specific treatment. So we have to give here IV empirical broad spectrum antibiotics, like we have to inject ampicillin plus genthamycin. If patient suspect or present the meningitis, so have to give with that cefotaxime also. After that, how we decide the duration of the antibiotics. So we have the result of the sepsis screening, blood culture and CSF also in the sign objective of the meningitis. So if one of them out of 3 1 present, then we have to give 1 week antibiotics. If out of 3 is 2 positive, then have to give 2 weeks. If 3 positive, then we have to give antibiotics till 3 weeks. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please share with your friends. Thank you.